on there, YouTube? What's up, squad? Welcome back to AmbitionZ VapeR. Got another review for you today, and it's a review that I'm kind of excited to do, and I've been looking to do, and it's on the old Aeronaut RDA clone. So I purchased this off of eBay for around $15. Okay, it's the same clone as the one on 3F Vape. It's the same, roughly the same clone lurking around on other websites that sell clones. Okay, so this review is going to be a little different. I'm going to go over the Aeronaut RDA clone. I'm going to go over the specs, everything like normal, but I'm also going to talk about the original, and I'm also going to talk about the difference between the two. And I don't have the original Aeronaut in front of me, but I do have information on it, and I have seen it around in circulation. And I want to give you some information so you can make the best decision you can for yourself from my experience to make your decision to which one to purchase, okay? I'm pretty sure it comes in stainless steel and black, the clone version, okay? Also white. Yes, black, stainless steel, and white you can get for the clone. I'm pulling the information off of 3F Vape, okay? It's around $10 on their website, but like you know, if you purchase from China, it's going to take a long time to get here, okay? I purchased mine off of a guy off of eBay. And I'll have it in the description for you guys, no doubt, okay? If you're interested after I give you the information, okay? So I'm going to give you the specifications first, okay? It's obviously it has a 510. It's 22 millimeters in diameter. It's 22 millimeters in depth, 41 millimeters in height, 22 millimeters in width, 56 grams in weight. All right. And it also says it has, replaceable AFC tubes. That's incorrect. Okay. Clamping connection, that's incorrect. Leak resistant design, depending on how much juice you put in the well. 10 millimeter juice well, that's incorrect. Milled in negative post, that's correct. And it's 22 millimeters in diameter. That's correct. So it seems like they're giving you a lot of false information right off the bat. If my assumption is correct, let me check on here real quick. This is going to be a little bit of a long video, guys. So, just bear with me. I have a lot of information to give you, okay? It seems like what they're doing is they're giving you the original description, and then you purchase it, and it doesn't do what you think it would do, okay? Now, I purchased this a little bit on a whim. What I like to do, in my personal opinion, guys, is I like to buy the clone first to see if I like the clone. If it's something that I enjoy, I like to go out after and buy the authentic. That's kind of what I do. I don't want to go out and spend $60 on an RDA that I might not like. I don't want to spend $100 on an RDA that I might not like. I don't want to spend any more on an authentic RDA that I might not like, because RDAs are subjective for multiple reasons. Flavor, vapor, how you like to build. Does that accommodate those needs that you need? Those are all things that you need to consider when you're purchasing an RDA. Specifically, a clone in the Aeronaut RDA clone, all the description and information they give you off of 3F Vape is inaccurate, okay? From my knowledge. To my knowledge, it does not come with replacement tubes. The original does, okay? The original comes with the placement tubes that are inside of here. Okay, there's one going in that way and one going in that way. You can replace those rods with airflow, or to take out the airflow, we'll have a pipe with no cutouts. Okay, I'll show you all that down low. We are going to go down low. Okay, but I wanted to give you that information off first. The person that made the authentic Aeronaut is an engineer designer for aircrafts, and he designed this RDA, the authentic one, not this one, the authentic one, because he wanted an RDA for himself that was innovative, and the RDAs that he was purchasing wasn't doing it for him. So he's an independent manufacturer that went out and made his own RDA. Now, he worked for a few different companies. Company one in China, they were, not really, they were kind of being slow and not getting the job done. And he moved on to another company and popped out the Aeronaut RDA. The original company in China that he worked for had the original design. And from my knowledge, I'm getting this knowledge from homeboy Josh. Shout out to you, brother. He does reviews on YouTube as well. And that's where I got that information from. And it sounds pretty accurate in my opinion. I would agree with homeboy Josh on that because, it makes sense because this isn't a 1-1 clone. Not at all. Not by any stretch of the means a 1-1 clone. This is like an original design, and then they updated it, and the new one, the revised one, is the original, and the first original historic one is the clone. The airflow is tighter on the clone than it is on the authentic. Now, I like that. I think this has the perfect draw for what I like, okay? I like in between. I don't like too much clouds, and I don't like too little clouds. I like clouds and flavor. Do you understand? Like the Plumeville RDA, version 1.5, or the Revolt RDA. Those have the perfect draw for my needs, my vaping needs. This feels like it has the same exact draw as those two RDAs, okay? So I gave you the specifications. Now we're going to do a little vape production. I'm going to show you how this bad boy performs, okay? And then we're going to go dive down. I'm going to do a build on it, and I'm going to discuss more things while showing you the RDA. I have a 0.14 ohm dual coil on this, okay? Dual coil, 24 gauge, dual parallel, like I usually do with my Anarchist wire. This is not Anarchist wire. This is a new wire that I will be reviewing called VapeR wire. All right, it's A1 Canthal, made by Temco, which is one of my favorite, if not the favorite, Canthal wire manufacturers and makers. A 6 wrap, 130 watts on the Fuchai temperature controlled box mod. I get different notes with any juice that I try across the board in this RDA than I do with other ones. They're richer, cleaner, higher notes that I get on this RDA than I do on other RDAs. On this RDA, there is bottom airflow and there's top airflow. That's what's very innovative about this RDA, is that it has pipes and then it's cut out in the middle and the air gets directly under the coils and then directly over the coils. And, it really, if you think about it, it fucks your mind up because I can't figure out how the fuck it works. I sat here and looked at this thing, okay? I have looked at this thing and figured out how the fuck does this thing work? I mean, really. I know the bottom one, it goes in and then it goes up. But the top one's got me screwed up, man. It's really got me screwed up. It goes in and then there's slits. Okay? You see those slits? There's slits on it. And it goes in and then what does it do? It goes in, down, and then back up. That's what it must. It's obvious to figure out what it does, but just thinking about it, first of all, I don't know how he made it. I mean, it's very innovative. It's the most innovative RDA I've seen to date. So let me take another hit and then we'll go down, look at it, show you the box, show you what it comes with, discuss it some more, do a build on it, all that good stuff. Then we'll come back up, vape on it, talk on it, pros and cons. I'll let you know, where to find one, how much it is, like I already told you. And then I'll come to a conclusion and give you my final thoughts on it. All right? What's up, YouTube? So we're at the close-up of the Aeronaut RDA clone. So this is the box that the clone comes in. The Aeronaut comes in a nice plastic container. Looks very nice, but this is a pretty nice packaging for a clone, I must say. Okay, Aeronaut RDA. Alright, it's got the little airplane on there. Okay. So you're going to open it up. I'm trying to do this on camera. It's tough to do this on camera. But then you're going to get your RDA. Comes with a chuff top. Alright, it's about 8 to 10 millimeters in diameter. You're also going to get an additional 510 adapter. It doesn't have the pipes. Alright, the original comes with pipes to interchange the pipes that are in here. Okay, like that and that. You can push it in, it pops out the other one. And, you know, if you do have any questions about that, Homeboy Jaws does have a review on the Authentic. So, it comes with O-rings. Comes with additional Phillips head screws. It's another thing. And some China wire, which I never use. Now, this is the RDA all broken down. We have the deck, the top cap with the AFC ring, the chuff top, and the 510 adapter. 510 adapter. O-ring, seal it in, made of Delrin. Chuff top, made of Delrin. O-ring to seal it in. Nice chuff top. Top cap, AFC ring. Now you see that little bar in the middle? That's the top airflow. Now you see inside, it has those slits. That's how the airflow works. It goes in and then through that and then back up to your mouth. Alright. Then you have the airflow for the bottom, and then that's the airflow for the top. Okay, those are about 2.5 to 3 millimeters in diameter. And then the top one looks about 2 millimeters in diameter. Now looking at that, you thought you could interchange it when I first got it, but you can't. They can't be taken out, and they don't come with additional ones. So you SOL on, you know, if you wanted to close the top down. You can close the bottom down just by not, you know, putting it on that way. But you can't close the top, all right? So you're always going to have top airflow in this. But it does have good flavor and good vapor with both open, okay? And you can adjust the bottom, but you cannot adjust the top. Then we have the old deck. Now, as you can see, I have dual parallel coils in here, okay? It is able to be done, but it doesn't look good. You're going to have overlapping leads. You could try to put it on the other way, but I don't know. This is the way it made sense to me. And it's been working well. It's just, it's not the easiest thing to build on, okay? It's really not the easiest thing to build on. 2 O-rings to seal it in. Then you're going to get your 510, okay? I think this is just stainless steel. I don't think it's copper. Stainless steel plated copper. Threads are buttery smooth on this, guys. Okay. Now, the difference between the deck on this and the deck on the original is that, number one, it's got a lot deeper of a juice well on the original than this. And this one traps your leads, and the other one has plates that you put them through and then you tighten it down. Similar to the 454 Big Block. It has that type of lead tightening on the original. Okay. Now, I prefer the original over this because of that. I mean, you can't really get too much, you can't get thick wire in here, okay? You couldn't do an Alien, you couldn't do a Fuse Clapton, you couldn't do any of those great builds that I love because there's not enough room. Because you see that metal bar on each side? You have to trap it. As you can see what I'm doing, you have to trap it. So I don't like the deck on this. I don't like any part of it. There is peak insulator inside. Okay, this is the positive post. That's the negative post. There's the deck. There's the deck. Okay, see the positive. See the peak. All right, it's not deep. It's not deep at all, to be honest with you. It's not 8 millimeters. It's certainly, I can't fit, how do I put, I can fit more juice in my Revolt RDA than I can in this fucking thing, man. To be honest with you. This is very shallow. It looks deep, but you can't go above that cutout on that pipe. You really can't. That deep. It's about that deep right there. And that's what? Shit. 4 millimeters maybe? To the very brim, that would be 10 millimeters. You can't. It will leak like a son of a bitch if you go above that that pipe, that cutout on that pipe. If you go above that, it's going to go into the pipe and then out the sides and onto your box mod. Okay? And the way you trap your leads on here, you know, I don't like it because you can't fit big wire. You can't fit big builds in this. I wanted to put dual staggered fuse Claptons on it, and you can't. You just can't. That's the room that you have. In between the screw and that block in the middle. That's the room that you have. Is right here. Right in there. Right on those two sides. Or on that side or on that side. That's the room you have for your leads. And if you're not a crazy builder like me and you only use 26 gauge, 24 gauge, 28 gauge, then it might be okay for you. We're going to do a build. I'm going to use this new VapeR wire. I'm going to try to do this on camera as best as I can. Okay, so I'm going to pull out about, I'm going to do my dual parallel. So 1 and 2, that's good for 2 coils, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 'll do another one. Actually, it has to go the opposite direction. This one has to go the opposite direction of the other one. Okay? I can't do this on camera, bruh. So, you have to make sure all these are up, okay? Trap them. But you want to trap that over there. See? And then to get it onto the same one. So let me put that one in there. No, it's not gonna fucking work, dude. So if that one goes, it has to go in there. And then this one, I would like it to go in here. I'm gonna have to trap this one first. See that? Then it seems like it misses. Oh, okay, it's trapped. All right. That worked a lot smoother. Oh yeah, this is fun. Fun to build on this, guys. Fucking really fun here. Alright, so now you have the leads. So I'm just going to clip them. You want to clip them close. And that's still probably not even close enough. See that sticking out? But we'll deal with it. To have them perpendicular like that. See what I'm saying? Hopefully they're trapped. Okay. Over this one. Just doesn't want to fucking, it just doesn't like Wires, man. This is what I mean by a pain in the balls, bruh. So I want to get that over here, right? Room. Then I'm giving it. Okay. Hopefully this is going to be good. All right. I got it in there. So then you want to straighten your coils out, well, your leads out, should I say, so you can cut them. Then you want to bend them up so you can cut that fucker close, man. You want to cut her fucking close. See, that's the way I've been doing it. And you want to pull that up so you can cut that. But see that lead? No bueno. No bueno. You need that cut super close. See, it won't go on. Wow. It's sometimes good to get them separate. I would like to just keep it all one coil, but you're gonna have hot spots like crazy. They're like touching, you know what I'm saying? You can't have them touch. So what I like to do, just to get them, sometimes I just take a screwdriver and I put it in between and I try to just separate them without fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? See, now they're separated. All right? So hopefully I can give them a nice little squeeze now. Blowing nice. I don't even want to fuck with them, to be honest. Going from the inside out, bruh. Going from the inside out. What is it reading out to? 0.13. You want to be able to look down that fucking coil. See it? You can see through both coils. See how you can see through both coils? Kindle Vape cotton, my favorite cotton of all times. Just sucks, dude. Is it worth all this aggravation? No, it's not. I'm gonna fucking be 100% real with y'all. This is the other problem. Okay? Then this cotton that is in the side like that, which I don't like, because then it doesn't wick properly because it's getting caught on the corner. Stuff fucking, it's a joke. It's a good vape, but is it worth all this? No, not in my opinion. Not in my fucking opinion. Just gonna take some cotton, stuff it in there. That's all I'm gonna do. My man, it's going right into the pipe. Okay, well, we're gonna go back up to FaceTime. We're gonna talk about the pros and cons. And what up, YouTube? We're back from the close-up of the build on the Aeronaut RDA. Okay, this thing is, as you guys can tell, is a bitch to build on. This thing took me about 30 minutes to build on it. Okay, you have to get it perfectly right for a dual coil. For a single coil, it's a lot easier. But you know, you're not going to get the best vape with a single coil because you can't put an Alien Clapton or a Fused Clapton in there unless it's like 28 gauge. And 28 gauge is pushing it. 26 gauge, you couldn't trap it in this one. You could do it on the original. You can't do it on the clone. Con number 2 is that you use the 510 drip tip. Your drip tips are going to look retarded on top because there's a bevel on top of the 510 drip tip, okay? And that sticks on top of it, as you can see. That one looks okay, but still, like, some drip tips aren't going to look good with the 510 adapter on the clone. It goes on nice. The tolerances of the O-rings are beautiful. Juice well on this is mighty friggin' shallow, okay? If you wanted to close off that airflow, all you got to do is just turn, and then you close it off and turn it like that, and the bottoms shut down, the tops only open. Tolerances are nice. If you go this way, it doesn't leak. If you go this way, all right, maybe it doesn't leak. I got it filled up to the brim. It takes a long time to build on this, and to be quite honest, it's a bitch to build on it because it doesn't have the original type of leads to cap your leads. Just put them on there and tighten it down. You don't have enough room to put any type of build you want in there, and that's limitations. I don't like limitations in an RDA. I want to be able to do anything I want, not sacrifice clouds or flavor. Specifically flavor. I don't like sacrificing my flavor. That's all subjective, but I like my flavor and my clouds. I'm a flavor and cloud chaser. So that's another con. Another con to this is, well, the deck, number 1. Number 2, not a deep juice well. That's number 3. The 510 drip tips on top, at least it comes with adapter, but it's not going to look nice, okay? That could be a subjective con, okay? Dual coil, con. Can't use low gauge wire for a dual coil, con, okay? Now, the original, you can. You have more room to put your leads in there, okay? So it's more difficult, even on the original, to do a dual coil versus a single coil. But at least on the original, you could put a nice big fat Alien 24 gauge fused Clapton with like 8 wraps and have one single coil run across the whole diameter of it and still get a good vape. You know what I mean? The airflow, the draw on this is friggin' superb. It's perfect. I love the draw. You don't get too much spit back. Even when you fill it up to the brim. Right now, it's filled up to the top, okay? I have it filled up right to the top of that little crevice on the bottom airflow. And I got 120 watts, 0.13 ohm build, and I'm going to give a vape for you and tell you. I got my man in there now. Flavor is superb on this, man. And flavor is probably even better on the original because the materials that they use, it's got a deeper juice well. You can adjust the airflow with the pipes, okay? To be honest, I don't recommend the clone. I mean, I recommend it. It's a 1 thumb up on recommendation, okay? It's got superb flavor. It's got good cloudage. But there's limitations to it. There's limitations to building. There's limitations to a lot of things on it. It doesn't have a deep juice well. It's not a 1-1 clone. You can't adjust the airflow. It doesn't come with the pipes. There's a lot of things that, you know, I want you to learn from me purchasing it and to give you the information so you can make your decision either you want to purchase it or not. I recommend purchasing the original. Number 1, it's better quality. It's only $60 or $65. You can buy it off eciggity.com. Link on screen in description. I'll have it in description, not on screen. Number 2, you're supporting the guy, the independent creator that makes them, okay? That makes the Aeronaut, okay? That's another pro. You're supporting him, you know? I'm going to buy the original on this. I'm definitely going to buy the original. And when I do buy the original, I will come back with a full review on that original. Let's go over some pros. It's got great flavor. It's got great vape production. The tolerances of the O-rings are great. The metal feels pretty decent for a clone. It's a nice quality for a clone, definitely, 100%. There's really no jankiness with it. With that said, there's no jankiness with it, okay? I think this is a very well-made clone. But they didn't do a 1-1 clone on the original. And I'm happy that they didn't, because it makes you go buy the original and support the original manufacturer and designer of the Aeronaut RDA. I recommend you guys go out and buy the original. It's 60, 65 bucks. You know what I mean? You could buy 3 clones or 1 authentic. But I'm telling you right now, man, this is one of my favorite RDAs to date. This is up there. This is up there with the Velocity. This is up there with the Revolt. This is up there with the Plume Veil. This is up there. It's got crisper, brighter notes in the flavor. And if you get the original, I think it's going to be even better, in my opinion. I had it fully open, okay? I'm going to shut down the bottom airflow. It's shut down, okay? And I'm going to vape it with just the top. The flavor jumps up a notch, but it's very restrictive and it's a very warm vape. I like warm vapes, but this seems a little too warm in my opinion. You could even close that down halfway if you wanted to, you know, and do something like that. To be 100% honest with you, the bottom airflow makes this RDA, in my opinion. I think most of the flavor from this RDA is coming from the bottom airflow. Now, you do get flavor from the top airflow, but hitting that directly under the coils and coming straight up with the conical design, there is a conical design inside, like I showed you down low. It does work well, and the bottom airflow is what's making this RDA. I love how we did this. I mean, you can get as much juice in there as you possibly can and still get the bottom airflow without having to worry about leaking. Now, with the leaking, it's going to leak if you over drip and it falls into that pipe. It's going to leak. But if you don't go close enough to that, it's not going to leak. But this is a shallow juice well, in my opinion. On the other RDAs with Kendo Vape Cotton and a dual coil, I could put a whole vial, sometimes almost 2 vials full of juice and vape away for a long period of time. On this one, I can only get about a half a vial with Kendo Vape Cotton in there. Maybe about a half vial, because the coils are sitting directly over that tube. And if you over drip, it's going to fall from the coil into that pipe and it's going to start leaking. So you have to be very careful on how you fill it up and be very careful on how you drip. You can paint it on the top. I do painting anyways. Paint it on the top, put it in the corner and squirt it onto the bottom right till it gets up, till it hits the bottom of that pipe. And you're good to go. It won't leak on you. Not one bit. But if you had the original, you would have 8 to 10 millimeter juice well. And you'd have adjustable airflow capabilities, and you'd have a better way of trapping your leads and getting higher gauge wire in there. I suggest the original. Now, if you don't have the money for the original, then it's worth a shot to try this out. It's definitely worth it. I don't get spit back. I hope you found this video informative or helpful or whichever. If you did, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and remember, smoking is gone. Vaping is on. Vape on, guys.